problems, and no one could seem to solve them. But you found the answer. You told me to take this chance and learn the ways of love, my baby, and all that it has to offer. In time you will see
strong. Yeah. I hope that I can show you right. It's not hard, the things you're craving so far. Yeah. I know you think you're wrong for me, but I could show you anything to prove you're wrong, baby. You got me lost, I'm so gone. This feeling for you's too strong. I can take you to the moon now, baby. No, it's all yours for the taking. I know you think it's so hard. Don't think, just let me show ya. I got something for you to change your mind. You got everything I want and I want you to be mine. I got something for you to change your mind. You got everything I want and I want you to be mine. Let me take you for a ride now, baby. Rockin' back in the back of my all-white Chevy. Let's ride this roller coaster. Just jump right in, I'll show ya. You can't keep me waiting for this long. It just ain't right. But you kiss me through the phone and I catch a fight. So what's it gonna be, you and me tonight? Ooh, what's it gonna be, baby? 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 Cause I want you to be mine. Something for you let you tempt me. I shouldn't be part of your plan. Not anymore. I can tell that soon you'll start to resent me. It's pointless to try to ignore. Never really talk too much, and at least you seemed happy. If you ever need that buzz, I'll take you there. We've been working all day. Let's kick back and take a little break. The sunset is shining its light on you again. Down low, tell me everything. Highs, lows, and in betweens. You're in slow motion like a movie scene. So beautiful, and I know everything is right where it should be. We're in the kitchen. We got a candle at the table set for two. I love how you look, 'cause it's making me feel.
Good evening. If everybody could find a seat, and if Chris Twyman's guests are not here yet, we don't care. So if there's an open seat, get on in here, because his people were here early and timely, and they're good people, and I enjoy getting to meet them. So if y'all want to, there we go. All right. Justices of the Supreme Court of Georgia, judges of the Georgia Court of Appeals, judges of the Superior State Municipal Magistrate Probate Courts, justices of the peace, members of the State Bar of Georgia, and our guests and families, good evening. I am excited to be here before you today. I am excited for Chris Twyman. This has been so much fun, and I'm so proud to call you my friend. We're going to begin the evening by calling Mr. Van Twyman up here to deliver the invocation. So we'd like to recognize you and call you to the stage, please, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. I'd like to thank Chris for inviting me and allowing me to do the invocation for this evening. So let us now pause for a moment of reverence and reflection. Eternal Spirit of justice and truth, source of wisdom beyond names and traditions, we gather today united in purpose and in hope to mark a moment of leadership, service, and stewardship. We come from different paths, carrying with us diverse beliefs, experiences, and hopes. Yet, in this gathering, we are united by a common desire to work together, to celebrate achievement, to mark a new beginning, or to simply share a meaningful moment. Let us open our hearts and minds with gratitude for the opportunities before us, for the lessons of the past, and for the possibilities ahead. May we find wisdom in our choices, strength in our convictions, and kindness in our actions. We give thanks, O Lord, for the journey that has brought Chris Twyman to this place, for the family, friends, mentors, and colleagues who have shaped his path, for the dedication he has shown to the law and to the ideals of fairness, equity, and the pursuit of justice for all. As he takes on this solemn responsibility, we ask for clarity of vision, steadiness of heart, and the humility to listen as well as lead. Bless all those who labor in the field of law, that they may uphold not only the letter, but the spirit of justice and mercy in their work. May this term of service be marked by courage and compassion, by integrity and inclusion. May this leadership foster unity over division and always lift up the dignity of those the law is meant to serve. In our many ways of naming the divine and in the common values that bind us, let us all say, amen.
There we go. Thank you, Van. I want to we're grateful for those remarks, and we are confident that Chris is a person that will reach and exceed each of those ideals. Thank you. All right, we have distinguished guests. We did this earlier for those of you who were here, so you may want to hold your applause to the end, or you'll be here all night. And it's Chris's night. It's not the night for these distinguished guests. We've thanked them twice already. But nonetheless, our distinguished guests include Chief Justice Nels Peterson, wherever he's hiding today. Good to see you, Chief. I enjoyed talking to you out there. Presiding Justice Sarah Hawkins Warren, Justice Charlie Bethel, Justice John Ellington, Justice Carla Wong McMillan, Justice Sean Ellen LaGrua, Justice Verta Colvin, and Justice Andrew Pinson. Let's give them a round of applause and thank them for being here. They're not going to give me a microphone many more times, and he's going to hate this, but today is Justice Pinson's birthday. And I regret that we did not bring a sombrero and that I don't have a mariachi band to sing to you. But I do have about 200 people in this room. And so, Justice Pinson, we're going to sing to him happy birthday. And so, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pinson. Happy birthday to you. I warned him there'd be some singing. From the Court of Appeals of Georgia, we have Chief Judge Amanda Mercier, Presiding Justice Ann Barnes, Presiding Justice Steve Dillard, also of Macon, Presiding Justice Chris McFadden, Judge Trent Brown, Judge Ben Land, Judge Todd Markle, Judge Wade Padgett, and Judge Jeff Watkins. We also have Judge Ken Hodges, who's also a past president, so we also recognize him twice, as has become our custom. Let's give our judges of the Court of Appeals a round of applause. All right, the drinks that you are enjoying tonight are subsidized by our sponsors, so we are most definitely going to recognize them. We have 5 gavel sponsors who paid for at least 5 drinks. I3 Verticals and Member Benefits, Inc. We have 1 gavel sponsor who did pay for 1 drink, which was important. Milestone Reporting Company. We have the Hotel Key Card, which is my favorite, of Cox, Byington, and Twyman, LLP. Let's go, yep. The golf tournament sponsor, which was excellent, and we'll have more on that here in a minute, was Avalon Legal, and want to give them a special thanks because they have really been pervasive in their sponsorship of this and things for YLD. So let's give Avalon Legal a big hand. The criminal law section sponsored your conference bag. Neuroscience Specialty Centers sponsored your roaming photo booth. The 360 photo booth, and all of this is cool stuff that you've yet to experience, was sponsored by Planet Depots, and the Board of Governors breakfast was sponsored by File Vine. So let's give our sponsors a round of hand. We also had many sponsors who contributed, or sections who contributed towards the opening night festival. We could not do it without them. Next, we brought back the golf tournament, and it was a resounding success. Hansel, where are you? Hansel Roddenberry took us to the Ponte Vedra Inn and Club, and it was a truly 5-star experience. And we had a great time. We had 48 folks play. It was a full field. And so we are giving some sort of monetary contribution. We're not going to let us get, whatever get in the way of having a great time. And we're not real sure exactly what we're going to do about these prizes, so we won't let the truth get in the way of a good story. But nonetheless, I'm also pretty upset with my team because I had to leave early so I could put on this tuxedo and be here in front of you, and they clearly did not cheat enough to win. We only missed it by one stroke, boys. So, in second place, we have Judge Ben Land, Judge Jeff Watkins, Eddie McAfee, and Ivy Cadle at a 49 net. In first place, the people who did cheat enough to win, and it should come as no great surprise, with a 48 net, we had Judge Ken Hodges, Margaret Hodges, Michael Thompson, and Andrew White. Let's give them a round of applause. Cheaters, right? They had a lot of help, mostly with the pencil on the back of that thing. Look, Jeff, we just got to cheat more next year. It's okay. All right. In second place with the 49 net, we had Ben Land, Jeff Watkins, Eddie McAfee, and myself, Ivy Cadle. Woo! All right. We'll do better next year. For the longest drive, Danny Justice, I saw this thing, and he damn near hit the green. So that was the longest drive, and closest to the pin was Ben Land, my playing partner. So congratulations to Ben. As I said, we're not going to let the truth get in the way of a good story. We're going to give some unnamed, unspecified contribution to a charity of your choice in recognition of your victory. Hollow honors. All right. So next is truly one of the most fun things that I get to do this year, and that is to recognize the Employee of the Year of the State Bar of Georgia. The Employee of the Year honors a staff member of the State Bar for distinguished dedication to carrying out the ideals of the bar, and it commends this individual for their exemplary work, conscientious manner, and positive attitude. Jennifer is usually standing in the background, so it gives me great pleasure to ask her to come up here and to be recognized against her wishes for the next several minutes. Jennifer Riley Mason joined the State Bar of Georgia staff on November 29, 2004. She has dedicated her entire career to our communications department. Throughout her 20-year tenure, Jennifer has demonstrated steady growth and leadership, serving as administrative assistant to the communications department from 2004 to 2006, assistant director of communications from 2006 to 2021, and now as the director of communications since 2021. In that position, Jennifer plays a leading role in ensuring effective communications from the State Bar of Georgia to its approximately 50,000 members and to the public through various channels, including our Bar Journal magazine, the State Bar's website, and the State Bar's social media channels. Throughout the 2024-2025 bar year, Jennifer notably led the successful launch of the State Bar's newly redesigned website. She dedicated countless hours. She demonstrated meticulous attention to detail, and she coordinated seamlessly with multiple vendors to deliver a modern, user-friendly platform that strengthens the State Bar's online presence and better serves Georgia's legal community. Jennifer is a proud 1997 graduate of the University of Georgia. Go Dogs! Where she upheld the university's rich tradition as a dedicated member of the Georgia Redcoat Marching Band. What instrument did you play? Clarinet. And continues to enthusiastically call the dogs on any and all occasions. We've already sang, so we won't make her suffer that. She also cheers on her favorite team, the Atlanta Braves, with an unwavering spirit and passionate enthusiasm which she brings to her job every day. Jennifer's exceptional dedication to her role is evident in her exemplary commitment as she seldom takes sick leave and she frequently sacrifices vacation time, aka this conference, in service to the mission of the State Bar. She is a founding member of the State Bar Lunch Bunch, and although faces from the esteemed group have come and gone, she remains one of the sainted millions, is a consistent source of lunchtime frivolity and shenanigans, which carries forth into the morale of our State Bar. Beyond her professional achievements, Jennifer is a devoted and loving mother, balancing her career with grace while remaining committed to her family. As president of the State Bar, I can personally attest to the attention, the responsiveness, and the exceptional dedication that Jennifer has to her job. She has truly earned the trust of the dedicated leaders of the organization, as well as the respect of her peers and the admiration of her colleagues. It is truly my honor to recognize her today and to present to her, on behalf of the staff and the membership of the State Bar of Georgia, the 2025 Employee of the Year Award. Jennifer Riley Mason, your significant achievements as Director of Communications, your unwavering dedication, and your exceptional leadership for your unfailing commitment to serving everyone at the State Bar is unparalleled, and we are so very grateful for you. I tell you what, tonight is as much fun as you're going to have as a State Bar president. So as you may have noticed, if you were at the meeting on Saturday, we have already given one award. And as president, I decided that we had someone else was worthy of a second award. And so tonight it is my honor to present a new award of special recognition. This award of special recognition is presented to a servant leader who has an unwavering commitment to principled leadership of our legal profession and justice system. This award is only given to those recipients who have a strong dose of common sense and humor. This recipient taught me that the world is run by the people who show up. And history and time tell me that if you've ever been to a bar meeting, you have heard this person share advice and wisdom. Our recipient also started his education in a rural community college system, where he also served as president of his state bar or state government association or student government association. We both graduated from the University of Georgia with degrees in accounting, and we both double dogs, though my law degree is from Mercer and this person's degree is from the University of Georgia School of Law. The recipient of this award of special recognition returned home and began a private practice of law. He's quickly appointed the state court judge, one of the youngest trial court judges at that time. In that capacity, our recipient served as Superior Court judge by designation across 5 judicial circuits encompassing 29 counties across rural Georgia. Our recipient also served as a municipal court judge for multiple counties and municipalities. And during the 43-year career, our recipient served with an unwavering commitment to principled leadership and a journey not merely of outward accomplishment, but of inward fidelity to the law and the Constitution of the state of Georgia. Our honoree has designated himself across the full breadth of Georgia's judiciary as an attorney and as a judge across all courts, municipal, state, superior, the Court of Appeals of Georgia, and finally as a justice of the Supreme Court. Clothed not only in the robes of office, but in the deeper vesture of duty, reverence, and purpose. Justice John Ellington, please come up here. You've done this to me so many times, it pleases me to have this opportunity. Having earned, you're going to have to bear with this, it's going to take a minute. And if you've ever been with John and heard any of his stories at dinner, it's going to take a minute. Having earned his law degree from the University of Georgia School of Law and gained admission to the State Bar in 1982, Justice Ellington entered the profession not as a careerist, but as a servant of order, seeking that still point of right reason from which the good may proceed. Early in his career, Justice Ellington answered the call to serve as a municipal court judge for the cities of Soperton, Lyons, Reesville, Glenwood, Mount Vernon, Ailey, Uvalde, bringing to those local halls of justice a temperament of duty, patience, and clarity. In 1991, Justice Ellington became one of Georgia's youngest trial court judges upon his appointment to the Twyman County State Court. Following 6 years of steadfast service on the state court bench, Justice Ellington served by designation as a Superior Court judge for 5 judicial circuits encompassing 29 counties across South Georgia. Now, you hear rural judges complain about riding a circuit. This man rode 29 counties. Traveling across the rural reaches of our state, bringing order where complexity and distance threaten to obscure it. For more than 19 years, then on the Court of Appeals of Georgia, he served as a craftsman of clarity, drawing fine lines through tangled disputes, giving shape to justice, not only by ruling, but by refining and elevating the very language of the law. Elected, not appointed, to the Supreme Court of Georgia in 2018 and re-elected in 2024 when many people wondered if he was going to run for governor. He ascended to that office because he understands the organic filaments of meaning and consequence that bind our state together. Beyond the bench, Justice Ellington has continued a life of service to his community as an Eagle Scout alumni for his local troop, as president of the Vidalia Rotary Club, chair of the Four Rivers Ducks Unlimited, president of the Soperton Lions Club, president of the Twyman County Sportsman's Club, director of the Swainsboro Technical College, from which I'm a graduate. So I got my EMT certificate there, with offices of service and duty. In recognition of his service beyond his profession in 2016, Justice Ellington received the Justice Robert Benham Award for Community Service from the Chief Justice's Commission on Professionalism and the State Bar of Georgia. He is also a three-time recipient of the Distinguished Judicial Service Award presented by the Young Lawyers Division, honors which stand not only as recommendations but as witnesses to a life lived with meaning, consistency, and a deep, deep regard for the common good. Time and history tell me that your accomplishments will not soon be repeated. Justice Ellington, it is most appropriate that you receive this inaugural Justice Piffler Award of Special Recognition. And we present it with enduring gratitude for a life spent shining brightly the lamp of ordered liberty. We wish you many future years of continued good health and stamina as a member of the State Bar's highest court. Just don't be working on any ladders. The Justice Piffler Award of Special Recognition is presented to a servant leader with an unwavering commitment to principled leadership of our legal profession and justice system. As I said, recipients must have a strong dose of common sense and a great sense of humor. Fellow members of the State Bar of Georgia and guests, please join me in congratulating the Honorable Justice John J. Ellington as the inaugural recipient of the 2025 Justice Piffler Award of Special Recognition. You're only limited by your mind, your imagination, and your budget. Right.
Thank you very much.
You want to say anything? I mean, you ain't never got up here and not said anything. That's a first.
We could call the dogs, and we might before I sit down. The only reason I really came back up here, though, was to thank Sandra Kate. Y'all please help me recognize her. You know, what we do as lawyers, and many of you have heard me say this, is not always fun or sexy or glamorous. It's hard work. It's a sacrifice on your time. It's a sacrifice on your family. It's a sacrifice on your energy. And before I'm a judge, I'm a lawyer. All of us on the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeals, before we're judges, we're lawyers. And I want to thank every one of you for what you do every day as lawyers. You know, lawyers are problem solvers. Doesn't matter what community you come from, doesn't matter what kind of law you practice, lawyers are problem solvers. And I want to thank all of you for what you do every day to help us instill confidence in the system. I want to thank you, Ivy, for this award. Ivy and I are great friends. He grew up in my circuit. It was one of the circuits I judged in. His daddy, Jerry's here tonight, and Jerry practiced law in front of me back when I was a Superior Court judge in Emmanuel County. And so I've known Ivy for a long, long time. And he and I spend a lot of time together. We fly a lot together. I've got a plane on tonight, a pen that he gave me, and we do a lot of traveling together and fly around a lot. And I want to thank him for that. I'm happy for you tonight, Chris, but I'm happy that I'm going to get my pilot back. Last thing I'll leave y'all with is that the motto of the state of Georgia is wisdom, justice, and moderation. But the motto of the colony of Georgia was non sibi sed alias, not for ourselves, but for others. Not for ourselves, but for others. And I know the folks in this room, it's like preaching to the choir, you wouldn't be here. But the lawyers in this state, the sacrifices we make are not for ourselves, but for others. And I want to salute and congratulate every one of you. And the last thing I'll tell you is that in law and in life, it's the people you meet and the friends you make that make the difference. The people you make and the friends you make meet and the friends you make the difference. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've been to a lot of these state bar conventions. But I will tell you that when I travel throughout the state, I tell people that it's one thing for somebody to lose a case. It's much worse for them to lose confidence in the system. And that's where the lawyers stand in the gap. And that's why it's incumbent upon every one of us every day to promote and instill and protect and defend our judicial system. Thank all of y'all for the 40 years that I've had an opportunity to do this. Ivy, thank you for this award. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Justice Ellington. I think those remarks show very much why you were selected for this award. I stand before you concluding my term as president, and I find myself reflecting on a year that has been both challenging and rewarding. First, I want to tell you that the real work of the bar is done by its staff. This past year, I may be the one with the title, but the real work behind the scenes that gave me strength, grace, and perspective to lead was done by our staff. So if you work at the state bar, I need you to stand up as a group. Come on, I'm going to stand here all night. We have a staff of over 100. And when you walk out into registration, if they don't get your beef or whatever you pick for dinner right, I want you to thank those folks. They are here working on a weekend when we are here enjoying cocktails and a fine dinner and a casino night and a really, really awesome time. But it's the people who work at the bar who have made this year what it was. They're what's going to make Chris's year what it will be. And they are tireless and they are dedicated to protecting the public and, frankly, to making us look good. So when you go out there and you see them, please give them an extra special applause. I want to recognize them together, and I want each of them to be recognized. So please do that as you go out and we move to the next thing. I've also asked if I have had a fun year. And indeed, being state bar president has its highlights. And one of the highlights of my year is something that you just can't plan. I did the math back when I was secretary, and somehow I figured out that I would have a special opportunity. Because when my father started practice of law, he had his picture in the local headline, "Local lawyer returns home to practice law." He shortly thereafter received a letter of admonishment for advertising. As you can imagine, we didn't go to many state bar meetings as kids. It was only through the YLD that I kind of got onboarded onto the bar. And then when I did the math, I figured out that I was going to get to give my father his 50-year of law practice certificate of achievement. And so that was a hell of a lot of fun. And I have good news. Our photo appeared again on the front picture of the local paper, and to date, no letters of admonishment have been received. Thank you, Russ Willard. It has been an incredibly busy year for me. A lot of you have asked how I've done it, and it's pretty simple. I just worked and worked and worked some more. It's amazing what you can accomplish when you work all the time. But that has consequences. And most significant of those consequences are the sacrifice to my family, who, believe it or not, actually enjoy spending time with me. To my mom and dad, who are seated right here and who are here with us tonight, thank you for being here. You've taught me to work hard, stay humble, and to stand for what's right. I know that this year has demanded a lot of time away from you, but everything I did is built on the foundation you gave me. You didn't just raise a lawyer who didn't want to be a lawyer for a long time, but you raised someone who understands service and who understands how to carry on and do the duty that lies nearest. All right, it comes as no great surprise that the person who has sacrificed the most is my wonderful wife, Leslie. Leslie, I am so very proud of us. It has been a tough and challenging year. Not only have we both grown personally, but our marriage is stronger than it was this time last year. You are the cheese to my macaroni. When the pot boiled over this year, you put it all together. You remain my stone-cold, smoking hot fox of a wife. And I am so very, very grateful for you. To everyone I had the privilege of working with this year, thank you. Whether you are a fellow officer, member of the executive committee, the court, you shared an idea with me. You told me how much whatever we did sucked. We debated policy, or we just stared a story over a bourbon. You helped shape me this year in ways both big and small. I know I'm not perfect. Leslie will, in fact, back me up on that. But I can promise you this. I gave this everything I had. Every decision, every interaction, and every step we took was with one goal in mind: to serve this bar faithfully and fully and to leave it better than I found it. It has been the honor of my professional life. Thank you. Thank you. Now it is my honor to call up Justice Peterson, Bill Gentry, President-elect, Javon Hicks, who is going to be our treasurer, Ms. Shariki Cavett-Jones, who is going to be our secretary, to the stage for the swearing of officers, which, as the very happy past immediate president, I do not have to take.
I want to thank President Twyman for inviting me to administer the oaths this evening. And I just want each of you to understand how lucky you are to have a leadership team this strong. This bar is led by amazing people. And they are people who are committed to working together in ways that share responsibility and do so humbly with each other in ways that y'all don't see, but I have, and it is just such a joy to see servant leadership of this caliber. And it's in that spirit that I am honored to invite you to take this oath. I state your name.
I, Javon Jones,
Swear that I will truly and honestly,
swear that I will truly and honestly,
justly and uprightly,
justly and uprightly,
conduct myself as a member of this learned profession,
as a member of this learned profession,
and in accordance with the Georgia Rules of Professional Conduct,
and in accordance with the Georgia Rules of Professional Conduct,
as an attorney and counselor, in that I will support and defend
and I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Georgia,
and the Constitution of the State of Georgia,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
I am so excited for Chris Twyman. I have gotten to know Chris so well over the past 3 years, and I could not personally envision a human who is better suited, better connected, more engaged, or more ready to take on the challenges that he will face. He understands his nearest duty. He understands not for ourselves but others. He is exceptional and able. And I am so glad to call you up, my friend, to hand you this gavel so that I no longer have to do this. So, Chris, it is my honor to hand you to become the 63rd president of the State Bar of Georgia this symbolic gavel that I hope you don't hit me with. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. I'm going to retrieve my telephone so all these people texting me don't distract me.
Christopher Twyman,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will execute the office of the President of the State Bar of Georgia
that I will execute the office of the President of the State Bar of Georgia
and perform all the duties incumbent upon me
and perform all of the duties incumbent upon me
faithfully
faithfully
to the best of my ability and understanding,
to the best of my ability and understanding,
and agreeable to the policies, bylaws,
and agreeable to the policies, bylaws,
and rules and regulations of the State Bar of Georgia,
and rules and regulations of the State Bar of Georgia,
the laws and Constitution of the State of Georgia,
the laws and the Constitution of the State of Georgia,
and the Constitution of the United States.
and the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Go. If you all will sit back and get comfortable so I can deliver this. Mr. Chief Justice, Justices of the Supreme Court, Judges of the Court of Appeals, to the Board of Governors, and the very able bar staff gathered here today, to my family, my friends, and importantly, all lawyers across the state of Georgia. I am honored and excited to stand before you today as the 63rd President of the State Bar of Georgia. I recognize and appreciate the confidence you've placed in me as your leader for the next 12 months. I pledge to continue and build upon this great leadership that this bar has enjoyed to the betterment of our programs, our service to our members, our service to the public. But before I preview a few initiatives for the upcoming year, I do want to take some time to thank the many of you who have supported me on this journey thus far. First to Tasha, my beautiful wife. You have been my rock, and I can certainly say that I could not take this journey without you. Thank you for your everlasting love and your support. I love you. To Kristen Miles, I take this journey because of you and for you. All I want is for you to be the best that you can be at all times. And as a parent, every parent wants to be an inspiration for their children, but you are truly an inspiration to me. I love you both. To my mom, Susie Twyman's in the house. The love and dedication you and Dad gave me and the example that you continue to be is why I stand here today. I stand on your sacrifices. I stand on your love. Thank you. To my firm, who will never see me. Thank you for standing in the gap as you already have. We have a great practice. We have a great firm, and it is because of you. It is because of you, and I thank you. And a special thanks to my paralegal and my right arm of 24 years, Julie. Every lawyer knows that you are only as good as the people that stand behind you and support you, that stand beside you, and that help lead you. Thank you, Julie. Thank you for all you've done. And to my many friends, and I'll list you by category. Rome, Georgia is in the house. Leadership, Georgia is in the house. Including the LG cousins, they know who they are. Importantly, the GOATs, And yes, there are even, Ivy, a few Carlisle scholars among us. Thank you all for being here today. And as I'm ready to roll up my sleeves and get to work on building on this bar's success, a big part to following the able leadership of our immediate past president, Ivy Cato. Ivy, your thoughtful and measured leadership this year has provided me with the best example to navigate the challenges that I look forward, that look at me as I move forward this bar year. Ivy, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your service to the bar. Thank you. As we look forward to the work in front of us for the 2025-26 bar year, my vision and deep commitment is to serve with a simple yet focused mission, our purpose as a bar, to foster among our members the principles of duty and service to the public, to improve the administration of justice, and to advance the science of law. And to that end, we have identified 4 areas, primarily, of particular focus in order to carry out that work. And those 4 areas, which I'll touch on briefly, are the operation of this organization, the work product of our volunteer groups, a strategic focus on the future, and our role as lawyers. Our first priority will be the continued evaluation on the optimization of bar resources and assets. And this work happens by our bar staff, but it's also a paramount task of our finance committee, our executive committee, programs, personnel, and audit committees, partnerships, and with our stakeholder groups, and so much more. We will be sure that our resources are most effectively allocated and that our members recognize value. I know we've worked hard for years to try to contain costs and expenses that our members incur, and I'm confident that we are in the right place. We are particularly mindful to make sure that our bar dues produce a return to the membership with quality resources such as fast case and law practice management, CLE programming, and promoting interest of the profession while at the same time protecting the public. Yes, these programs and the daily operation of our bar require resources, and we have a resource generator in our bar center. With available capacity at the bar center, we will continue to focus on how our bar home at 104 Marietta Street can effectively support our members and bring a return in this fluid marketplace. Then I want to make sure that our bar committees and work groups are effectively operating. Our committee work is the engine of our bar in the process about bringing services and improvements to our members. This year will be no different, and we will rely on the committee work to advance the most important priorities and initiatives of the bar. Through our committee selection process this year, we did not inflate our committees. On the contrary, we scaled as appropriate. I know that bigger is not always better, and I believe we can all agree that changes must be made to make our committee work more efficient and purposeful. This past bar year, you passed revisions to our bylaws, such as lowering the quorum threshold in order to allow the business of the committees to move forward. Beginning this year, we will put in place accountability measures to hold our committees more accountable and on assignment. These enhancements will include recorded member participation and reported minutes to ensure that our committees are advancing their agendas and to provide clarity and transparency to the bar on the progress of our committee work. We want our committees to have purpose and to be effective. We do not need committees for the sake of having a committee. We empower our members and encourage and generate greater involvement in our bar through committee work, and I'm confident with these added accounting and reporting measures that we will bring greater efficiency to the committee process. And by improving these processes, we can maximize member participation and provide a more robust and effective work product for our committees so that our committees are playing a larger role in proposing initiatives and programs to serve the bar and, of course, to protect the public. Likewise, having an efficient and responsive bar means staying abreast of emerging technologies. We would be remiss and left in the dust if we did not have a continued focus and evaluation of the evolution of artificial intelligence and other advanced technologies. We have made incredible progress in that direction as reported on by past President Darrell Sutton as chair of the Artificial Intelligence and Emerging Technologies Committee. Great report this afternoon, Darrell. The committee's work over the past year reviewed rules of professional conduct and made recommendations for changes in consideration and in light of artificial intelligence. The committee also made other recommendations, including the creation of an AI toolkit to assist and provide lawyers with practical applications of Gen AI, education and training, and other technology-related resources. So let me take a moment to reflect on how I got here. 6 years ago, then President Sutton stood at his inauguration and appointed me to lead a study committee on professional liability insurance. You may have heard of it. Darrell, you don't know how much I appreciated that appointment. How much I appreciated the support, the opportunity to lead, seriously, and to recognize that serving that role was only the beginning of my bar leadership journey. Well, Darrell, there's payback. There's recognition due to the person who gave me that opportunity to lead, and today I'm pleased to return the favor and call you back to service and ask Darrell to continue his work leading our Emerging Technologies Committee to a new level of engagement, including the rollout of the AI toolkit. We will take what we've learned this past year and pivot to determine how to implement AI and other technologies to bring efficiencies to our operations and programs and potential savings to our budget. If you were here this morning, you also heard our Chief Justice state that we've had many conversations, that we stand shoulder to shoulder on many principles. And you all also heard him say that some things are worth repeating. And so while you've probably heard this theme throughout the weekend, it's worth hearing again tonight. Finally, as you are all well aware, the rule of law is an ever-present topic in our daily discourse. This topic dominates the discussion for lawyers, law groups, and even the general body politic. And thankfully, I submit that it should dominate our discussion, especially as lawyers. Because without the rule of law, we, as lawyers, cannot fulfill our purpose. Many organizations are making statements or otherwise reaffirming their commitment to the concept. As mentioned, our own Chief Justice Peterson made it a dominating theme at his investiture in April and at other speaking engagements since. And just this morning, in a most profound moment at our board meeting, the Chief Justice re-administered to our governing body the lawyer's oath, where we all pledged to justly and uprightly conduct ourselves as members of this learned profession and to support and defend the Constitution. That oath is our promise to support and defend the rule of law. But again, though a much discussed topic today, reflections on the rule of law are not new. Perhaps its sustaining presence in our cultural debate at this moment is a cry for a much stronger defense of this democratic pillar. As we've been recently reminded, but again, some things are worth repeating, it was Chief Justice Harris Hines in his last State of the Judiciary address in 2018 who said, "Throughout history, there have been only two ways of resolving disputes. The first, the bigger guy with the bigger stick gets what he wants. The second, we establish a body of rules that everybody has to obey, and that the neutral standard that applies to everyone is what we follow, and what wins in a context, as opposed to the one who is the strongest, the richest, or the most powerful. That is the rule of law. Because of it, everyone is on an equal playing field. Because of it, we get equal rights in this country, and historically disadvantaged groups get a seat at the table. Because of it, no matter what your circumstances, there is one place you stand equal to all other citizens, and that is a court of law." We echo those sentiments tonight, but we take it a bit further and determine how we as a bar can put those ideals into action. I envision law day programs in the schools throughout the year, not just on law day. I envision additional partnerships with our members to be volunteers and be a part of our law-related education programs. I envision additional volunteers and lawyer judges to share stories related to the rule of law as part of their judging, all with one goal: to bring constitutional literacy, not only to youth who are the future generation of lawyers, but to the general public as well. Because understanding and defending the rule of law falls squarely in line with our bar's stated mission, improving the administration of justice. So again, I gratefully accept this role and the trust you've placed in me tonight. I'm committed to guiding this organization towards its continued success. And tonight, we're going to celebrate a new bar year. And then tomorrow, or maybe Tuesday, we'll put boots on the ground and we'll get to work for a great year. Thank you all. Thank you. It is now my privilege to call immediate past president, Ivy Cato, back to the stage and ask past president Darrell Sutton to join us. Too late.
It's about to happen again. Ivy, take your position.
Hold on, I'm gonna break into this. I just want to say that I got into this because this wonderful human called me when a seat on the Board of Governors had been vacated. And I spent the entirety of the Super Bowl that the Falcons lost at halftime emailing people, letting them know I was going to run for the Board of Governors.
And I spent the entirety of that Super Bowl in the stadium.
Right. I won. I don't expect to win this one. I won that one.
Elated and crying.
Right. But I want to thank you because I would not be here in this moment without what you have done for me. And now you can just do whatever you're going to do.
Well, this is recompense. So it is tradition of this organization that the outgoing immediate past president provide the immediate past president with his gift, but the outgoing immediate past president couldn't be here tonight. So many of you were expecting Antonio Del Campo. Or I've been waiting a long time to do this, so I'm going to do it anyway. Antonio Del Campo! But instead you get me. Because Tony and his wife, or his bride as he refers to her, Kelly, are at an international ballroom dancing competition. That's not true at all. Tony was so tired of this organization that he rolled into the meeting yesterday with a suitcase and said, "Deuces," and left. No, tonight I'm here to honor somebody. But before I honor you, Ivy, I want to say a couple things. Chris, the wisest decision I ever made was appointing you to that role. Watching you this morning, and I mentioned this to you earlier, that first meeting as president can be tough. It can be fits and starts. And it can, no matter how much you've watched it happen by other people, it's different being at the podium and leading yourself. And it was frickin' smooth. Every bit of it was smooth. And Tasha, I got to say, any of us who have ever held this role, any of the men and women who have ever been in this position, understand that you can't do it without a strong support system. Some of those support systems are traditional, like yours. Some of them are non-traditional, like Ivy and Leslie's and their sister wife, Judge Katie Powers. So we come here tonight to honor the Sultan of the Subaru, the Monarch of Macon, the Imperial Emperor of Idle Hour, the Baron of Baker Donaldson, His Majesty, Sir Ivy Cato. Ivy, I'm glad that you mentioned earlier humility, because when I think of humility, I think of you. Anyone who's ever emailed Ivy when he's been out of the office and got his out of office address, you understand that humility comes in the form of 4 assistants that you're directed to contact in the event that you can't reach him. Humility comes in the form of a man who uses his father to further his own agenda by appointing him to a seat on the Board of Governors so he can stack votes in his favor during his presidency. Humility comes in the form of the gift that you're going to get tonight, one of them anyway, because there's no past president that wants anything more than a picture of himself. And so we've gotten that for you, Ivy, but we decided that in order to make that picture presentable and worth looking at, we had to put Leslie in it too. So your first gift tonight, Ivy, is a framed copy of the portrait that was displayed on the Bar Journal. And I said this earlier this week, the bar staff are magicians, especially the communication staff. They can take absolute turds and make them look like diamonds. And with the exception of photoshopping Leslie into this picture, they made a turd look like a diamond. So back onto the theme of humility. Your second gift, because you're an everyman, and because nothing says returning to nature and the simpler things more than camping after you fly there in your own airplane. Because driving just be overrated, y'all. We've gotten you this very nice gift from REI for you to use on your camping gifts, your camping trips that you fly to. Thank you. Thank you. And in a moment of seriousness, which I'm not predisposed to, as y'all know, I do want to say a couple things. Good leadership is leaving an organization equally good as where you found it. Great leadership is leaving an organization better than where you found it. Great leadership is understanding that the ship is what matters, not its captain. Sitting behind the wheel of that ship and allowing it to go in the direction that it needs to go and not getting in the way of it is the truest form of leadership, in my opinion. And if that's a measure of leadership, Ivy, you have been a stellar leader. God bless you. Sorry, I just want to be at the podium for another minute. See y'all later.
All right. Thank you, Daryl. If you didn't see the roast from Friday, you really should tune into YouTube. It's worth it. You will see that I've been roasted 4 or 5 times now. And it gives me great pleasure because I have wonderful friends who keep me humble. With that, I believe that Mr. Chris Twyman and Miss Javon Hicks are going to come up here and tell us where we're going, what we're doing, and bless the food.
So you've heard enough talking. We're gonna leave this hall and we're gonna go to a party, and a party like unlike any other. Huge. You're gonna go out of the doors here under the exit signs. You're gonna make a left straight down the hall. You will enjoy this evening's entertainment, a plated dinner with that entertainment, all located in or outside of the Champions Ballroom, featuring a bourbon, scotch, and cigar lounge, a dance club with I Love This Band, Monte Carlo casino games, I think the tables are set up, and a special late-night guest DJ will join us. And for those who really party, there'll be a midnight breakfast snack to take you home. And with that, I'm going to call up our treasurer, Ron Hicks, who will bless us.
Both meals.
She's going to bless dinner and breakfast.
Dinner and breakfast. I just want to say, first of all, I am so honored to be asked to be in this position and serve with Chris Twyman. It's such an honor. And it's also so much of an honor to have been able to serve with Ivy. Your leadership, I've watched. We came on the EC together, and you're amazing. So at this time, you bow your heads. As we gather tonight in fellowship and purpose, we give thanks for the food, for those who prepared it, and for the opportunity to serve. We are grateful to live and lead in the great state of Georgia, where the call to justice echoes in courtrooms, communities, and within each of us. We honor the diverse paths that brought us here, each shaped by our unique traditions, beliefs, and life experiences, yet united by a shared commitment to fairness, to the law, and to the public good. We give thanks for past leaders whose dedication paved the way, and we lift up those entrusted with the responsibility guiding us forward. May we lead with wisdom, humility, and deep sense of duty to all we serve. May this meal or these meals strengthen our bodies. May this gathering renew our purpose. And may our collective work advance justice, dignity, and equity for all people across Georgia. For these gifts of service, sustenance, and shared mission, we are deeply thankful. And let each person offer gratitude in their own way. Amen.
Thank you, Javon. Okay, let's go celebrate.